And now, ladies and gentlemen, the long-sought video question. Here we go.
Hi, Mr. Prager. This is Chloe Castillo from Prager Force Musical Club here. I'm 17 years old and I'm from San Antonio, Texas. My question for you is, what are your top 5 favorite classical music pieces?
So, Chloe, 17 in San Antonio. First of all, that a 17-year-old would ask me about classical music gives me hope for the future. So I won't take up too much time because most of you don't care about classical music. By the way, that's something worth pursuing. You may find you won't love it. But if I tell you it's the finest music ever written, because I don't believe everything is subjective, there's a lot of wonderful music in many cultures. I fully acknowledge that fact. But the one universal great music is classical, Western classical music. The Tokyo Symphony Orchestra is a great orchestra, and they're not playing Japanese melodies. They're playing Bach and Beethoven and Schubert and Schumann and Haydn, okay, just for the record. So let me tell you, I think the best way to do it is, I'll tell you I have 2 favorite pieces. If I were stuck on a desert island and I could only have 2 pieces, they would be Bach's Goldberg Variations. I can't believe how much I love that. When you had to buy CDs and you couldn't stream music, I bought 32 versions of the Goldberg Variations. 32. And the other is Handel's Messiah, which is so glorious. If you're not touched in some religious sense listening to the Messiah, even if you're an atheist, there's something wrong with you. That's not a criticism. I'm just saying. I think there's a hole inside. So those 2 would certainly qualify, and then I think there are about 40 pieces tied for 3rd. But it's fun to try to explore this stuff on your own. If you want to get into classical music, I wouldn't start with the Goldberg Variations. Handel's Messiah might be a start. Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. It's hard for me to imagine, if you listen, and by the way, this is one of my recommendations for people who want to enrich their life with classical music. You can't listen to the piece once. This is not pop music, which you like the first time you hear it. Listen 3 times. If it says nothing to you after the 3rd time, okay, abandon it. But give it 3 listenings, 3 hearings. Beethoven's Fifth Symphony would be one. Vivaldi's Four Seasons. The Four Seasons is so melodious. It is so accessible that you might even love the first time. He wrote a concerto for each of the 4 seasons: winter, spring, fall, and summer. And they're spectacular works of music. Anyway, it's fun to explore. When I want to get closer to God, I listen to Bach. And when I want to celebrate life, I listen to Haydn. That's the way I break it down.